Notes for my June/July 2026 reading of Otherwise Engaged by Susan Mallery. Today is Friday, 3 July 2026, and here I, Tanis, share hers of Seattle, talk through my book and reading notes for my June/July 2026 reading of an adoption story that reached adulthood and becomes relevant in venue determining for weddings and a special birthday party. Otherwise Engaged by Susan Mallery, 2025 Illmira edition hardcover, ISBN in the video description. I started the book on Wednesday, 24 June 2026 and finished the book on Friday, 3 July 2026. It's 362 pages, including the Building the Perfect Charcuterie Board section. It took me 10 days of reading, 50 pages Wednesday, 24 June, 50 pages Thursday, 25 June, 21 pages Friday, 26 June, 59 pages Saturday, 27 June, 12 pages Sunday, 28 June, 58 pages Monday, 29 June, 30 pages Tuesday, 30 June, 20 pages Wednesday, 1 July, 30 pages Thursday, 2 July, and then 32 pages Friday, 3 July today. Same day I'm filming this. It's full text pages. It's a little bit... So it is an adoption story, and it goes into kind of the emotional drama of information being revealed, especially if the birth mother has more than one child, and not all of them get adopted, but were others going to be up for adoption? So it's gets into that. And adoption stories at this level of detail, I'd say, are not something I've encountered very often. Most people are like, oh, they're adopted, and they move on. This is and what does that mean kind of book, and it has discussion questions in addition to Building the Perfect Charcuterie Board towards the back of the book for if it's a book club. This is a good one. There's for getting thinking. So it did take longer to read than I thought it would, but it was good. I gave it a 3.5 out of 5 stars. So I'll start with the rating, I suppose, in that sense. All right. In terms of plot and my general reading notes, Shannon gets engaged to Aaron, who has a gardening/landscaping business. Her mother, Cindy, is already engaged to Lewis, and the mom has a listing for a property with beautiful gardens and beach that she's interested in for her own wedding. Then there's kind of a different group. Victoria gets hurt in relation to horses and was adopted by a woman named Ava. Ava is the adoptive mother of Victoria. Adoptive parents, Ava and Milton, in Hollywood industry. Victoria was raised knowing she was adopted. The mom and adopted daughter are working on a special 60th birthday party for Milton. So that's the other side. The two groups collide when they go to see the same venue at the same time. Starting out, Shannon wants the venue to herself and Aaron, though she goes with her mom, Cindy, birth mom Cindy, to see the place for Cindy's wedding. So no double wedding, but she is tagging along as her mom checks it out for her own wedding. Shannon has decided not to tell her mom, Cindy, that she's engaged. And Victoria and Ava want the venue for something that only happens once, the 60th birthday party of Milton. When the duos collide on site, additional adoption information is revealed. Evaluation on the whole across everybody, a semi-ripping off of the Band-Aid since the adopted daughter was raised knowing she was adopted. So an open adoption is where the person is raised knowing they're adopted. So that was Victoria. And so if I was adopted, that's not me. I was the closed adoption, and my adoptive parents, the people who adopted me, still haven't told me that I was adopted. Right? And I've even asked, and it was a no. So a big difference there in terms of living one life, and can only rip the Band-Aid off so much when you already know you're adopted. That kind of thing. And were raised being told, knowing you were adopted. All right. So soreness/hurt feelings in both groups. The birth mother of both Shannon and Ava, Cindy, is first to make not Ava, sorry. The birth mother of both Shannon and Victoria, Cindy, is the first to make a decision in relation to the venue. She decides she wants it for her wedding. Shannon has still not told her that she herself is engaged. Additional conversations are had. Context provided that the birth mother, Cindy, is finally settling down / marrying a stable man for the first time after the birth fathers left. The wedding she is working on planning is decades later / delayed. Birth mother Cindy books the venue for her wedding. The walled garden was the deal maker. Wedding planning progresses to the dress. And I don't go all the way through the end of the book with what I'm providing here. Just I tried to make effort to keep stuff kind of masqueraded, so to speak. The plot deviates or meanders and delves into a drama line of what I might term adoption horror stories, like the one who was adopted not being the first pick of those who adopted her, like a mom putting her child up for adoption, then deciding at the last minute to keep her. And it is a kind of horror story in the sense of the children had to have the information revealed to them by chance encounters later in life. Also in the sense of every bad thing they could think of, like the parents didn't love them, but the other one instead always turned out to be true. It's a bit of a soap opera style / approach per my taste / perspective. From my perspective, it is a non-woke adoption storybook. Deals with the topics / details with a bit of a heavy hand. There might have been perhaps like a little bit of like, daughters, please don't do this, or something like that taken, so it's not trying to be in like woke literature. It's like, you know, maybe we don't, like, it's kind of taking a parental perspective, like maybe we don't want this to happen, so it was going for that or something. And it was, yeah. Okay, so I don't know though. I don't know the author. Although each daughter gets payback on the woman who raised them, so the corresponding one, carries on a legacy of hidden information. One hides an engagement, and mom finds out, and no need to worry about a double wedding, meaning it was all in the daughter's head. One hides they are writing a screenplay with parents in Hollywood. Personally, I do not hide information from my adoptive parents nor my blood / birth parents. I also live my life only as me. No one substitutes in for me. The setting / time of the book is modern, including purchases via online retailer Amazon, references to entities such as rideshare company Uber, restaurant The Cheesecake Factory, and food such as croissants. And then the charcuterie board, which is a family tradition. Okay, so food is featured throughout, including as a family time / tradition component. And I had initially put it like, this is notes on wedding and marriage films. No, it's a book. So like, what's the project? So they talk a little bit about the businesses, but it's really kind of a personal life and like an adoption kind of storyline. It was like, maybe fine dining, food, but also like food in terms of like family importance, even if it's just like, you know, there's this a lot of information's revealed, and, you know, the Cheesecake Factory gets drawn in, you know, kind of thing. So in that sense, or they make a charcuterie board or something. The food as remedy for the personal life situation kind of is a recurring theme. So there we go. Or just, you know, for general consumption. There we go. Those are notes for my June / July 2026 reading of Otherwise Engaged by Susan